Hi, welcome to day 4. I'm having massive video problems. Hopefully you can hear me and hopefully you can see the top of my head over here. Oh good, okay. So today we're going to be working on putting together a few of the things we learned over the last few days and trying to create some kind of flow with it. I've not attached a microphone to the phone here, so I don't know what the audio is going to be like, so I'm going to have to do the shouting at the camera thing, which I'm sorry, it's rough and it's harsh, but it means you can hear me. That's my fire crackling. So, excuses aside, this is going to be trying to work a little bit more dynamically into a flow. So if we start, when we're ready, relaxing, letting go of all the stress. There's been a lot of stress. Excuse the crackling of the fire. So starting as you would with your forehead on the ground, like this. So coming to child pose, which is, letting go of everything really. I'm preparing to let the outside world go. And maybe just focusing and concentrating on preparing to spend the next half an hour on yourself and on your body. Breathing deeply and beginning to focus on the here and now. And when you want to, maybe you want to stretch around to one side, start to wake up the spine. Move to the other side, stretch up the left side of your body. And then come to all fours, to a cat and a cow. Knees beneath the hips, hands beneath the shoulders. Inhaling, arching the spine, maybe it's a bit stiff at this point, and then rounding the shoulders. So just gently at your own pace. Inhaling and exhaling. Just loosening up the spine. Opening the heart. Pushing away. Waking up the arms. One more time. And then keeping your hips high, walk your hands forward and come into a puppy dog pose. Feeling that stretch on the shoulders. If you can, you may want to even bring your chin to the floor. And as we release all this tension, it's all sorts of physical tension being removed from our bodies. And come back up. Tuck the toes. We're going to push back into a downward facing dog. You may want to keep your knees bent, bring your belly towards the upper thighs. Stretch out and push your tail into the air. Maybe you want to do a gentle walking the dog here. And with each movement, start to warm the muscles. Release the stress and the body armouring. It seems quite habitual in this world. And then slowly look ahead, walk to the top of the mat. Lengthen, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, grab the elbows and drop down into a ragdoll. Maybe you want to keep your knees bent. Rocking gently from side to side. Maybe you want to look up, change the interlock on the elbows, and then come back down, loosening up the body. Inhale, lift, half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up the spine to standing and come to Tadasana, Samastiti at the front of the mat. So when we're ready, we're just going to warm up through the sun salutations, some variation on sun salutation. So straightening up through the spine, lengthen down into the fingertips, drop the shoulders, lengthen the neck. Take a few breaths here, just finding your balance and your stillness. And when you're ready, inhale, reach up for the sky, gently arch the back. Exhale, fold forward from the hips, maybe keep the knees bent to begin with, touch the ground. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step the right foot back, drop the knee, come into a low lunge. Inhale, lift to stretch up the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the back foot, step the foot forward, fold. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, hands down by the sides. Again, inhale, lift, gently arch the back. Exhale, fold forward from the hips, keeping the knees loose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, take the left foot back, drop the knee, and come up into a low lunge. Reach for the sky. Exhale, take the hands down to the ground, tuck the foot, step forward. Exhaling, folds. Inhaling, lifting up, and bring the hands back down to the side. Exhale. This time I'm going to take this a little deeper. So inhale, lift the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take the right foot back. Take the left foot back. Come to plank. If you like, you can bring your knees down to the ground. Exhale, come forward through. Lay the forearms on the ground, and we're going to come, you can see me, and come into a sphinx. Let the heels drop out to the side. Put no pressure on the lower spine, but gently relax the shoulders, down the back, looking ahead. Come back down, lay your forehead on your hands on the ground. Take a few cleansing breaths here. And this time I'm going to put the hands either side of the chest, keeping the elbows tucked in, shoulder blades moving down the back. We're going to inhale. Use the strength of our back muscles to lift us up into a gentle cobra. Take a few deep breaths. And slowly roll back down. Maybe place the cheek on the ground. Tuck the toes, and then push back over the toes into downward facing dog. Push up from the ground, push up into the hips. Take your eyes to your toes. And just to begin with, keep legs loose, keep the heels high. Take a few relaxing breaths. And look forward, come to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. And exhale, hands down by the side. Very good. One last time, we're going to inhale, lift, reach for the sky. Exhale, fold forward, touch the ground. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift, look up. Exhale, take the left foot back, take the right foot back, come to plank. Maybe you want to bring your knees down to the ground. Exhale and scoot forward, up. This time we're going to come into upward facing dog. We're going to lift our hips off the ground, lift the knees off the ground, and gently keeping the shoulders down the back, look up. Tuck the toes, push back into downward facing dog. So now we're going to raise the right knee, tuck it into the chest, arch the back, and if you want, you can take a couple of steps and bring it forward. Drop the back foot and come up to standing. Straighten the front leg. Now we're in a pyramid pose. Keep your hands on your hips. You want to turn your hips forwards. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fall forward from the hips. If you want, you can put your hands on your shins, on blocks, or on the ground. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, try to relax over the front leg. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, fold lower into the relaxing pose, pyramid pose. Keep your knee loose, don't lock your knees. Keep working towards lengthening and lowering the spine. One more breath. Good, now take the weight onto the back foot. Lay your hand somewhere on your shin and then try and work yourself around, raising your hand to the sky to come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. You can keep forward with your head if there's strain on your neck, or you can look up towards your thumb. You want to make sure that you're not stooping over like this, you're not leaning back too far. You want to be within 2 panes of glass, is the term, the classical term for this pose. Again, relaxing, not putting too much weight on this arm. Remembering to lift up from this arm. Just gently support yourself here. That's good, so come back up, using that arm rest. Step your feet forwards. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come down. And do wide-legged forward bend, just gently taking a fold here. Inhale, lift, come back up to centre. Now turn your right foot in, your left foot out. Raise your arms. We're going to go for Trikonasana on the other side. Lengthen the spine. Don't put too much weight into your lower hand. Concentrate on twisting your chest open. If you like, you can just look ahead. Maybe you can even relieve the stress by looking down. Keeping your balance. And then try and make sure your hand is perpendicular. It's not over here, it's not over here, not over here. Try and point it straight to the sky. And then use the weight of that hand to bring you back over. We're going to turn onto our toes, turn the back foot, sink the back foot, face our hips this way. Return to pyramid pose. Hands on the hips, inhaling, lifting, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold forward from the hips. Bring your hands down to wherever is comfortable. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And as you inhale, just working the spine longer. Don't force yourself to come down over your knee. Concentrate on keeping your spine long and soft. Good. Now slightly bend the knee, come back up. Come back to centre, place your hands on your hips, and then step forward, back, whoops, to the front of your mat. Come to Tadasana. So, this time I'm going to inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift. Now, if you want, you can try and jump back. So, placing your hands on the ground, bend your knees, you can hop back to plank. If you can, hold plank here. You don't want to be too high, you don't want to be too low. You want to try and keep a line in your body. If you find this difficult, you could drop your knees to the ground. And again, go through chaturanga, scoop up into upward facing dog. Roll over your toes, back into downward facing dog. This time we're going to inhale, bring our knees to the chest, lift our back leg. Tuck it, bring it forward. Now you want to take a few steps down, drop your back knee. This time we're going to come up into Warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse the warrior, stretch up the spine. Exhale. This time we're going to walk the legs round. Come into Warrior 2 on the other side. And then again, come back to centre. Walk forward, drop your hands, push back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. And this time I'm going to tuck the left foot into the body. Raise the left leg behind us. Take it into the sky. And tuck it, bring it forward. This time we're going to keep our hips square. You can drop into the back foot. Come up, raise your arms, look at the ceiling. And come into Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Open out the heart. You can look forwards if you find your balance easier. Try to reach up through the spine, keeping the weight even on the front and back leg. Maybe a little more on the back leg, 60, 40. And then bring your hands down to your heart. Take a little step forward, and then we're going to try and gently come up ever so gently into aeroplane. You can, as you come up, tilt into that balance. Take a step back, raise back up into Warrior 1. Come back down, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, take the right foot to the sky. Tuck it into the body, take it forwards. This time, keep the hips square and come back up into Warrior 1. Bring hands down into the body. Now start to shift the weight onto your front foot. Take the hands behind you. Find a point of balance. Keep the front leg loose. Then begin to tip. Pointing into the fingers and the toes. and then come back up into warrior one. Oops. Drop the hands down and step back into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Look ahead and either walk or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. And exhale, bring hands down by your sides. Very good. So one more go. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, jump back, walk back to plank. Exhale, come down, scoop through to upward facing dog or cobra or sphinx. Scoop back into downward facing dog. This time we're going to tuck the right knee into the body, lift it behind us and try and take the foot towards the buttock as we twist. Gently to the right. And then bring that leg forward, put your foot behind your left hand and come into pigeon. Maybe you want to scoop back your foot a little. Look up, stretch up. Now if you feel you're unbalanced, you could always put a blanket, cushion or a block under your right hip. So try to find a comfortable stretch in pigeon pose. If you're capable, if you want to do it, you want to come down onto your elbows or bring your head down to the ground and find a moment's relaxation. There's not very often much peace in this world. Just gently finding that moment's peace now. And then slowly, as if waking yourself back up, come back up and tuck your toes. Step back into downward facing dog again. Find a comfortable position in downward dog. Okay, same on the left side. Tuck it into the core. Take it out behind you. Start to bend it and bring the foot towards your buttock. Maybe a gentle twist up your left hand side. And then swing it around, take it towards the right hand. Maybe tuck it into your body a little, find wherever's comfortable. Place a cushion or a block under this leg if need be. Maybe scoot back to the back leg until your hips are square. So you don't want to be leaning this side, to be leaning that side. Look up and stretch ahead. If you can, maybe you want to bring your elbows down. Maybe you want to bring your head to the ground. And release that tension in the hips. And then slowly come back, tuck your toes, step back, push back into downward facing dog. Lengthen the spine, push up from the ground, drop down into the heels. And then slowly walk forward, come into a position, a sitting position, and sit down. relaxing down onto the floor. So from here we're going to come into a half boat, so stretching out all that tension in the body. Start from the ground, and from here we're going to find the momentum and the balance to lift and find just a relaxed half boat here. If you like, you can hold beneath your knees, you can place your arms out in front of you, finding the strength just to relax. It's a relaxing, stressful pose. And then when you're ready, just roll yourself back down to the ground. Lift your knees, tuck them into your hips, and slowly raise your right leg into the air. You want to externally rotate your right leg and then slide it down the leg, the thigh of your left leg. Now you can stay like this if this is comfortable. If you can, you might want to thread the needle, take hold behind your thigh or on your shin, keeping the back flat to the floor, and just stretch up that right buttock. Drop that knee, raise the other leg into the sky, and then bring it back down to the ground. Again, tuck the left leg into the chest, raise into the air, stretch into the heel, rotate it out to the side, and bring it across the thigh of the right leg. Maybe you want to squeeze it, bring it down a little. Wherever's comfortable for you, maybe you want to just stay like this, or thread the needle, take hold of the shin or the thigh, and just gently feeling that pull on the outer leg, on the thigh muscles of the left leg. Bring that leg to the ground, raise the left leg to the sky, stretch into the heel, and bring it back down. Now, gentle twist to end. We're going to just take the arms out to the side, tuck the knees into the body, and we're gently going to take the knees over to the right, the head over to the left. Bring the knees back to centre. Again, drop the knees to the left, head to the right. Keep the shoulder blades flat on the floor. And come back to centre. So when you're ready, just take a final stretch, maybe just release all that tension of the body, find your way into the posture. Take this chance to release all of the tension. Now that you've awakened the body, you can let go of everything it's been holding. Using the breath to find your way inwards. Breathing through the nose if you want, release through the mouth. And then begin to bring your awareness back into your body. Maybe make a few small movements. Maybe move your head from side to side. Raise your legs, roll over onto one side, and push yourself back up to sitting. So to the end of the class, just find a comfortable cross-legged position. Rest your hands on the backs of your knees, sit up straight, sit up tall, and then gently tuck your chin down towards your chest. If you like, we could chant Om together. Inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands to your chest, look down, open your eyes and humbly raise your head. Thank you for listening. Namaste.